Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Elsie.
Good
And
evening,
everyone can win.
Good evening. We can hear you.
I'm still my Ogazio. This is a wonderful thing. Okay, it's amazing having everyone here. Happy New Year once again. This is our first creative hangout for the year as a community. Today we have a wonderful speaker, one of us, who is going to be sharing his work process on how he has been pushing products from ideation to finished product. And we're talking enterprise products, we're talking products for designers as well as other products for the general public. Today we have Isaiah Udoh, who has been in the design space for over 9 years, which you can all agree is not beans. And he currently has a master's degree in design. So as much as he has been pushing products, he has been able to empower himself with knowledge on how to do design, not just for SACPA reasons, but also do design intentionally. And he has moved from being just a designer to a product builder. So with no further ado, with a rain of emojis, please kindly help us welcome Isaiah as he takes us for the next 60 minutes on how he pushes from idea to finished products leveraging AI. So the floor is yours. Over to you, Isaiah. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi, everyone. And thank you for that introduction. It feels like the praise was too much. I'm getting a bit nervous with the expectations now. But yeah. Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hope you're all good.
Yeah, we are good.
All right, cool. All right. So I think the introduction has already been done. So what I'll just do is I'll just get on straight with it. So I'll share my entire screen. Yeah. So it's just basically I'm just going to talk about how I started the whole journey, like with the designing and how I use AI in my designs to kind of, speed up my process and everything. So really, at the end of the day, it's kind of like most people just think about how AI is like, taking your jobs and all those things. But as a designer, you can actually use it to utilize what you want to do. So it's not really like you focus completely on AI. You kind of use AI to get your ideas and refine your steps. So that's what I actually did. So the products I actually worked on, I have some products, but the one I'll show is, let me just get that here. There you go. So I actually worked on this. So it's called the Flow platform, and it's currently being used right now. Derby City County Football Club, North County Football Club. So it's a sustainability company that is actually owns the product. So what they do is they use it to track reusable items, check the amount of times those items have been used and all that kind of stuff. So the product is supposed to be a customer-facing product also, not just being used in-house by developers and for generating invoices and all these things. So it's supposed to be able to help the customer also with stock management and also track their carbon savings, reusability status, and all this kind of things. So that's what the product really is about. And so far, the product has done well. It won some awards and it's being used by a lot of companies. So without wasting more time, so I'll just quickly kind of show you how I did it. So first of all, what I did was like, let me open Figma because I kind of just did a quick job. Hide this stuff, yeah. So on Figma, I'll just show you kind of like how I use the AI. Okay, yeah. So I quickly designed this now on Figma just to use as an example of how I incorporate the AI into what I'm doing. So this is me just designing. First question first, like, has anybody used any AI tools before while designing for, like, platforms, mobile or anything? That's a good question. Hello? Okay, cool. So just going on then. So like having this, so you design this and you could even use stuff like Claude AI or something like ChatGPT. So going down to ChatGPT, you can actually just put in the prompts. So like this one, let's just say I do this. So I can ChatGPT, like, I want to like design a platform app. So I'm going to just go there and just like this. So this is what I designed real quick. Then I'm going to be like, okay, just using different kinds of prompts to refine your design and make it better. Then you could be like, okay, I have designed this dashboard. How can I make it better, design wise and arrangements? So definitely ChatGPT will like give you some ideas and be like, okay, to help you improve on this, you could like, that's what it's saying, improve the layer hierarchies, cards at the same size, elevation, this and that, bottom row ranking. Then it gives you kind of like an idea of how you should arrange that. So for me, when I did that, doing with my own designs, I'll just go to the platform design and show you what I did. So kind of like going there. So when I was designing that, I kind of had, the sidebar, the main bar, because the platform was supposed to be, platform is actually really complex. So it has like a lot of options. Now that is just like having ChatGPT just go through that and just tell you, okay, maybe make the text size this or make this, and then you kind of use those, refine, put that in, refine, put that in, refine, and then redesign. Now, not just like doing that, you can also use that to also create your design system as well. But there are also other AI tools you can use to actually make your work faster. Some allow you to even download stuff. So one of the ones I used was this. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's called like UX Pilot. So if I put in some prompts right here and like say, okay, I'm designing for the desktop, I can even attach, upload and like the image I use. So I can say using this design, create a dashboard that shows my let me say sustainability, savings, reusable item usage, stocks, CO2 savings. This is just me, just like, random stuff. Unless if someone has something they want us to work on, we can always work on that. But this is just me. And then like, you can now say like, generate that. Now it's just going to based on the prompts, and you can always refine those prompts later on. So it does that and generates the design. But I use multiple. Like this one is owned by Google. Now you can also use the same prompts. Upload your file, design as this is like a sample, and then just tell it to refine, and then it should also redesign and give you an idea of like based on the prompts you use to generate something. So we just give it some time to finish with that. Okay, so like this now. This was based on prompts I used. So it's kind of just gives you an idea. So this is just like, giving you the layout based on what I did, showing like, reusable items, use it, coffee cups, shopping bags, and that. Then saving energy, water, transportation. You can have all that in there, monthly impact. So this is just giving you a flash of what you can use to design. You can then use this to kind of like generate your own ideas. Like you can export it, save it to Figma, move file, or publish or whatever. So for me, what I did was I used this to get like the skeleton idea, you know what I mean? Like to get like the structure of what I need. Then I built on that. So like now for Google, it's designing it for mobile. I think I should have switched the option at the start, but you get the general idea. You can actually use it for whatever you want to create. So it's pretty straightforward. Now on the other side, it's kind of like, let me go back to Figma right here. So kind of like you get that, download it, update your designs, and read it and refine your designs. That's basically how I worked on it, and then back and forth. Then to get like, so most of the times when you're not sure and you need to refine something, you can always still use the AI. That just helps you make your work really fast. So it's not like the AI is going to do the whole job for you. You're still going to do your designs yourself. Like most AI tools do not understand proper spacing, right text size, a proper design system that you want to use. So that's the part that you come in. You have to like make sure that all those things align for yourself. So getting with that, like using all that, I kind of use that, using the right prompts, always, focus on your design direction, because definitely you're going to be working with a team. Yeah, working with developers at the same time, and they will also have the ideas. They can also be difficult at some point, right? But you always have to bring them along. So like just like what I said, you have your brief, have your prompts, generate the designs, refine and critique the designs, and then have your final outcome. So like for me, I use that. So for an impact dashboard, and it's being used by most clients in the UK now currently. And using the AI actually kind of sped up my work and made the work faster. So it didn't come down to me just having to go online to find different references and ideas online. I could actually, you could still do that and get like a base point, but the AI could also help you speed up your work. It could help you generate the design ideas, and you could work fast on that. So I use that for the company that I work for, which was the one I showed you guys at Circulator. And the product is still in use currently. It's still being used. I also use the product for their mobile apps as well, which works in cooperation with the platform designs. Now, this works together with the platform, and this is what is used for tracking the product, because all these are on a QR code as well. So when you scan the QR code, you kind of open this up, and you can actually browse, you can go through anything, and this is what gives the platform the data. So that's all on the back end, but on the front end, the designs were all done by me. So I used, Figma, work with the AI tools and everything to redesign the whole thing. So the AI tools can actually be really helpful for you, and they can really help you make your work really easy and faster at the same time. So basically, that's just how in 60 seconds, that's really how fast it was. That I was like, it won't be so much, but it's kind of me just showing you my step processes and what I did. So at the end of the day, like your take should just be like the AI, like it doesn't replace your taste, it doesn't replace your job. It's like you just have the good prompts. Like if you have the right prompts for what exactly you need, you can always generate like sensible and reasonable stuff for yourself, which you can use. The designs will always be messy at the first, just like what you saw on the first one I generated. That's just me like putting a random prompt. It's not like a redefined prompt, because as you keep working, your prompts keep changing, you keep refining it, and you keep like editing and making it look better. So that you can always work on that. And it will never, AI, I don't think AI will take your role at this point. Maybe, I don't know about the future though, but as of now, it will definitely not take your work because most companies in the UK, especially, they want you to incorporate AIs into your work. So it's like when you even do the interviews, they kind of ask you how comfortable are you with using AI tools, and you shouldn't, you can't come out saying, "Oh, I use it for everything I do," and it's just gonna make you sound incompetent. Rather, you can just say something like, "I use it to support my work and increase my efficiency and make my work faster," and all that kind of stuff. So AI tools really, really can help you in getting your work done and being more efficient. I don't know if anybody has anything to ask, so I can just walk you through that because it's a live class kind of session. So if you guys have anything you really want me to do for you and show you in depth, I can do that right now.
Question. I have I don't know whether to call it a question or a request.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
So what do you do when you have an idea, but the path to, how do I put this? The path to the path to clear thought from idea is not yet established, but you want to get that idea from that to a clear path where you can build, you can start to build maybe the architecture of the product or the idea you have running in your head. How do you advance that quickly? Because sometimes one can spend in manual mode, this without the help of AI tools, one can spend quite a decent amount of time trying to figure out just the flows of how things would work from screen to screen. How do we use AI to fast track that process?
All right, yeah, cool. That's a good question. So let me go back to this one. So for me, let me show you how I did mine. So when I got the brief, they just told me, like, "Oh, we want a product that can do this, that can do that, can do this." There was already an existing product, right? But they wanted me to refine it so that the user can use it. So based on your question, how do you fast track that first step of, creating the idea? I'm getting your question right. So let's just say, give me an example of something like that you feel you're working on right now, and I will build on that currently. So let us say, are you working on any financial project or something?
I'm working on a real estate project right now.
Okay, so let's you can leave your mic on, so two of us will be on this call, right? So I'm working on a real estate project, right?
Yes.
All right. What's the project about?
It's basically a real estate product that allows for clients to be able to connect directly with the landlords or the property owners or developers directly rather than through third-party agents.
Okay, so you wanted to connect directly with the landowner, like the landlords, right?
Yeah.
Directly with the landlords and not agents, right?
Not third-party agents. So some of the landlords have their own agents, but usually when you go on the market, there's all this queue up of agents so instead of going through that noise, you want to be able to cut directly to the landlord himself or his own direct agents.
Okay, cool. So now the app is going to show that. Then do you want it to, so when it connects you directly to the landlord, now this is just a random question, you can just tell me the answer off the top of your head. Is it that it shows the landlord's contact details?
I would rather, to protect the landlord from over saturation of information and maybe too many calls, I would prefer rather that it sends a notification to the landlord and the landlord only accepts to communicate with the person contacting him, so that it's not, everyone just doesn't get access to the landlord's number, but the landlord, only those whom the landlord agrees to connect with get access to his contacts. That's how I prefer it to work.
So what about an in-app chat kind of stuff? Would that make sense?
In-app chat should be available for everyone to be able to send a message to the landlord at any time, because that doesn't turn to digital noise in his communication device. So yes, that should be available.
So that means the landlord has to accept your request also?
Yes, before you get his direct contact details, but you can chat with him in-app.
Okay.
Yeah.
Utilities. Okay. So is there any other thing the app would you want the app to also have to be able to do apart from these ones?
Yeah.
Should
So
it-
I also
should-
want for
okay.
I want for say users to be able to locate the property in question on, let's say, a Google map or on a mapping system, whichever system that runs behind it. But users should be able to locate it on a mapping system and possibly get a street view of the location where it's available on the mapping system. Let's say like on Google Maps, before they even go there physically.
So they should be able to also view the property virtually.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what so based on I'll just start with those ones, then we can build on that. So
Okay.
so you just put it now, like, so you just put that all that in on the AI tool, right? And then you say, I am working on an app. Can you build on this? So landing to the home dashboard and suggest other possible pages and arrangement. So this is just like me brainstorming with ChatGPT, right? Then it's going to be like, okay. So you look at it, like it can tell you now. So the core product structure, you essentially have 3 users. So you have the buyer, you have the landlord, and you have the admin moderator. The admin moderator will be probably you. The landlord will come in. So you kind of moderate everything in. So it's like maybe you are the backend developer that is created the whole thing. So if they have any issue, they come to you. So you are the admin. You can kick anybody out, lock them out. Now the suggested app. So it's going to be like, so splash screen. So this one is talking about right now is for a mobile. Do you want it for a mobile or for a laptop like desktop?
For mobile, start mobile first.
To mobile. So you have your home dashboard, main user dashboard, right? And it gives you suggestion ideas of how it will look like. So it's saying splash screen, welcome value, sign in. So you definitely have, so each of these is a page, right? So you have a splash screen page you need to design. You have the welcome valuation proposition page you need to design. Sign up and log in. You need to design all those ones as well. So you get what I'm saying? So each of these is kind of like a page suggestion. Then you now have to select the row. Are you looking for a property or are you a property owner / landlord? So when you click on that, then you now have to like email verification. So, or phone number verification of those PIN kind of thing, like ATP codes, yes, that kind of verification. Then it now comes down to the home page that then now says top section, search, location, search bar, filter. Now you have all this, it's giving you every single hero section, it will give you every single thing for a design for each page, interactive map section. That's how the map will look like on another page. So all this, like they are all pages on their own. Do you understand?
Okay. Yeah.
So it will actually recommend that. Then now, if you want to, let's just say, I want to now put this in the design app. So I'm not going to be like, put this together.
So are you saying it will send this now to Figma? Is that what you're saying? For instance,
You can. So like Figma has its own AI too. So let us say you wanted to send it to Figma AI too. I actually did not. I don't have the Figma AI tool right now for me. So it's called. I think it's called Figma Make.
Yeah.
So normally, if you take all that and but what I want to do is I want to kind of arrange this because it just told me how everything will look like.
Yeah.
You get it's really.
So just carry on. Ignore the Figma segue for now. Just carry on with what you were doing.
Okay, so like put this together as a prompt for my design right? So I can do that, but let me just do one real quick now. So this is what I did in the trial and error. So if you do, let me do 1 and 2. Oh, let me just do this one first. So I can now go. You can even use Claude AI. I don't know if I've exhausted
Yes, I
my.
have access to Claude. Yeah.
Yeah, Claude also can do it. It can also just give you an idea of what the thing will look like. It can be like, okay, design a UI for this.
Okay.
And it starts to working on it. So let's just see, maybe it will work. But let me also put it in the other AI tools that I use. So this. So product structure. Yeah, I'm going to delete this, and I want it for a mobile. Then I'm going to be like generate. And I'll create for this one as well. And okay, and generate as well. So you just have to wait for this. I can send you all this when if you need them after, just for the idea. So like, so this is one now.
Please do. I'll
This
send
is
you my
one.
email address or WhatsApp number. If that's okay
Yeah.
with you, so you can share with me.
Yeah, that's totally fine. So like now, this is the first. This is his own idea for a page. You know, like the app title. You know, your menu. Welcome to this. Then, are you a tenant or are you a landlord? Then, or are you the admin? Then, you know, platform overview. You can actually. You don't have to take everything it's giving you. You look at the one that's relevant to you. So like this one, platform overview. So active properties, registered users, successful matches. This is just in the real sense, what this shows you is credibility. It just shows you how active the platform is. So like, you know, most people just come and like, okay, you know, especially like back at home in Nigeria, people be like, is this platform even authentic? Like how many people even use it? So when people see this, they're like, oh, I'm not alone. So I can actually sign in. You know, I can use this. So this is just an idea of one of the pages. You can generate multiple pages. Like now, but if you're using UX Pilot, you can use it free, but you have to use, you know, credits.
Credits, yeah.
Right? Yeah, that kind of stuff. So you can use that one free. This is completely free. This is owned by Google. So this is what Google the stitch to generate it. So it has the first page, which is still designing it though. It has the first page and you know, welcome. Hey, this is off. So you have to redefine the terms because you didn't really get everything you said. So it's just designing based on what it thinks.
Yeah.
So like these ones, you can just say, okay, it's for a tenant, landlord, you know, admin, more. If you have some things more you want to add, like maybe more options, like you click on it, it takes them to another page that shows some other stuff for them. So you can always refine on that, but it gives you a general layout structure for how it will look. So status, you're an active tenant, or that's when you're logged in, welcome notes, and all that kind of thing. Now in Claude AI, let me see. So for Claude AI, it's not always the best when it looks, but most of the time it has a few better options in terms of what you want to put in the app. So like now, it has, rather than doing it the way they did it, it did it as a selection bar at the top. So you have your tenant, you have the landlord, and then you have the admin. So it changes all the options for you.
But this Claude appears to have made a web focused app rather than because so that top bar would not be very convenient on a mobile, would it?
So rather than having it at the top bar, that's why I said you take all the ideas and you refine it, right? So rather than having a top bar, you could have a drop down bar. You get so this would be on one place, then you have the arrow pointing down. So when you click on that, you change your option to whether you're a tenant, a landlord, or you're admin. And when you click on that, it changes all the options below. So this is just for you to have like an idea of what would be in that page. Do you get? So like so it's saying find your next home. So this is like the header, the leading header when you pop in. And it now says this how many properties are available across that area. You know, maybe based on the location you gave, it will tell you how many properties are available. Then you've logged in, right? So your name, your status, you're a tenant, right? Then you can have a search bar to find the property. So I'm guessing that's the map deal you spoke about. So it also put that in there. So you have the for rent, maybe you want to rent or you want to buy. So this could be refined for a mobile. So let us say, let me see if I still have some more credits. So refine this for a mobile view.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so it's going to, it's like you can see the prompts like squeezing for a smaller screen. Let me see what so that's him, that's this one too. You can even use ChatGPT to also do it, right? But when I was working, I realized that Claude was actually better, because when you use stuff with ChatGPT, it kind of just dumps them in a very funny way. So rather than actually showing you the app, it shows you screenshots and then it shows you, text with lines, which you can't really use. So that's one thing. So this might take a bit of time, but it will kind of work on that. So this is for the web view, and this is just one page. But based on what we got from ChatGPT, we can make out more than one page based on this information. So this can help you refine your information, because you're going to like have the my applications section. Then this is the message sections that you're talking about, the in-app messages. This is the applications. Like maybe from what I gather from what he's saying here, it's kind of like you see a property and you make your request known to the landlord that you're interested in property. So when it's sent, it's under review. When the landlord has seen it and maybe they like it and they will give it to you, then it shows they approved. But if not, they don't like, then they can decline your request. So that's for the application view. Then this is the in-app messages. This is recommended for you based on location. So probably, using the Google map and your location that you put, it can show you recommended locations that are closest to you. Or maybe when you refine your search, like, how it asks you for your budget or what location area, what kind of house are you looking for? Is it 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 1-bedroom, that kind of stuff. Based on that, it will have recommendations for you. Then you could, bookmark properties, application sends, viewing bookings. So maybe you've had any successful bookings booked in. You show the number of bookings. So this is just like an overview of when you walk in. Of that. So let's see. Okay, yeah, cool now. So it kind of put that in a mobile view now. You can see that.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it. So like what I said, this one, you have to put that, you just find a way to drop that in with a drop down rather than having it, because this doesn't make sense to put it here because it's supposed to be on the phone screen. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. But it's just giving you the general layout idea. So you have your tenant, you have the landlord, and then you have the admin. So the admin options will be different from the landlord options will also be different, and the tenant options will also be different. So you have your saved, your application viewing. So you just put everything in a mobile view for you to see. Then you have your home, you have the search, saved, messages, and profile down here for you. So it just kind of cleaned it up for you. And then when you want to design, you can now start following all the principles of alignment and arrangement.
Yeah. Okay.
So that makes sense for you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll find a way to save this page, like maybe download it as a document or something. Then I can send it to you. If you send me your email, I can send that to you as well. And I could send you some of the AI tools that I use, like the links for these ones as well.
Okay. Should I send that to you here or in the WhatsApp group?
I'm not in the WhatsApp group, so you probably if you can send it to our admin on the call now. She can always send that to me, or if she wants, you can send her your number, and I could just add you or something.
Elsie has my number, so I'll send her my email address now.
Okay, you can send her your email address. I'll just forward everything to you.
All right, cool. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so does any other person have any request? We could always work on that as well, just to show. Hello, is there any other person available? Sorry? Okay, so I'm not sure if anybody has anything that would like us to look at and work on also, like what Aaron just showed. So we can just build on that as well. I guess so. So just finishing up on what I said. So at the end of the day, you can really just use AI tools to just, get to bounce ideas off you, get your general layout and, build on stuff and work on stuff. It can help you just like, make your work faster, be more efficient and, refine your ideas to make it cleaner and more and better. So I think for this session, it was just more of a, on hands live session showing you how I do my stuff. For the next one, it could be a Q&A. So maybe if you were not prepared for like a question or anything, by the next one, you could probably send that in and we could actually answer those questions. And if there's something you needed more ideas on, we could all show and work on that. I don't know if that works for everyone.
That works for me.
All right, cool. That's fine then. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay. So without further ado, if there's no more questions, we could probably, end it there for this class. And if you have anything you want me to send across to you, you could probably just forward your email to the admin. I could always send you something to help you out with anything you're working on.
Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge with us. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. I appreciate that too. All of you being here. Thank you. So I'll hand it back over to the admin.
Thank you so much, Isaiah, for sharing with us these wonderful gems. Yeah, I know that some persons have already opened their laptop and they started working, even though you are supposed to be resting, but money must be made. Thank you so much, Isaiah, for having us. And we are looking forward to another session with you in the nearest future. We'll be reaching out. For those who have requests, you can share them with me via DM on WhatsApp, and I will do well to forward them to Isaiah. If you have questions and you would like him to come for another session, maybe there are certain parts you experience difficulty applying what has been taught today, you can always reach out to us and we'll ensure to schedule another session with him. So thank you guys once again. Thanks for joining and do have a wonderful weekend. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks, Elsie. Bye.